Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal tonight is to make that connection or answer that question. So get into the call line for your chance to get a free reading. They are chosen at random, but here you go, 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. And I am looking forward to callers calling in, connecting with you, and just kind of rejoicing in knowing that our loved ones do live on. Couple events coming up. We just had the Raise Your Vibration workshop. We had a fantastic time, unbelievable turnout, and really, that time flew by, but it's just so interesting in how much we can all connect to and understanding how to raise our vibration. So that was a really fun class. Couple workshops coming up. As many of you know, we do have the development circles, and they're starting next week. We have our advanced circle, and that is starting next Tuesday, April 12th at 6:30. So this is the advanced circle. For those of you who are already doing readings, maybe want a little bit of a deeper connection, more information, detail to come forward, this is the workshop for you. For the beginners, we have you on Wednesday nights, and that is starting April 13th. And this is for anyone wanting to build, develop, really tap and tune into your spiritual gifts and expand them more. So excited to start those again next week. Really looking forward to it. But let us get some callers here into the call. Oh, goodness, lots of callers in the call line. Let's go over the rules we have just to make it flow as easily as possible. So remember, no external noises. So just no ringing, dinging, blinging. Go ahead and turn off any speakerphone. No earbuds, as it may create a delay. If you're listening to the show, really listen for your area code, because it will be difficult to watch the show and then listen for your area code because there will be a delay. So just kind of remember that. Know who you want to connect to, and know that question if you do have a psychic question for me. So here we go. Let us do it. And the other thing too is, if you did recently get through the call line, please hang up. Please let others get through so that we have an opportunity to reach and create healing for as many people possible. You can always try back in a few months. Okay. Here we go. Let us, so many here. How about we do 661? Hey, 661, this is Colby.
Colby, it's Tammy. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, hi, Tammy. How are you, hon?
I'm great. I wonder if you could call up Dad so we can talk about the sale of his house.
Okay, absolutely. But I feel like, Dad, I don't feel like Dad was the most organized person. So I think like getting everything even organized what was an effort in itself. Does that make sense? Like, I think you were like, Dad, where is this? Or where did you put this? So.
Well, you have no idea. The shred truck just came today to dispose of. I'm finally done with the paperwork. Yes.
Oh, yeah. So it's so funny because this is something like, even he doesn't want to deal with it in the afterlife.
I believe it.
So a couple of things here too. I feel like, what he's telling me, what the sense I'm getting from him, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to sell it. It's just really about what makes you and your sister feel comfortable. I think at this point, he wants what is best for you guys, what's going to be amicable for everyone. So I really feel like that's a big point in this, okay? because I feel like he wants to make sure you guys stay close. And so I can tell you he doesn't want bitterness or fighting. Your dad's actually, he doesn't really like confrontation. Does that make sense around him? Because I just feel like he doesn't want confrontation in this sense here.
Oh, yeah, he was not confrontational.
Yeah. And so I feel like it's really letting it go. I do feel like there's something about the yard you needed to do. I don't know if it was unkept and we really needed to kind of do some things to spruce it up, but it really makes me feel like the yard needed some tending to. Does that make sense as well? Oh, and
it's a 5-acre property that took 3 of us. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't think, although your dad may think he's pretty handy, I'm not so sure he is handy, just because I feel like there's some things that needed to be repaired. Although I think he thought he was handy, but maybe not so much, because I feel like there's, and I feel like, did you guys go through the inspection yet? Because I just feel like there was so much that needed to be done. So have you done
there was so much that needed to be done. Yeah, totally.
Just lots of little stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
But I do feel like, it's obviously okay to let this go. And I do feel like we're going to have some profit from this. I actually feel like he's either had this a long time, because I feel like there's profit, and I feel like that goes to the kids. And I just get a sense of making sure you're using that for something for your dreams. Like, I just feel like he wasn't able to give a whole lot, but I feel like this is a little nugget he can give for something for your dreams. So is there something specific that you want to ask about the sale?
My sister has yet to move out because she's not finding a place to live, and I'm looking for guidance about how hard to push her.
Well, it definitely feels like the pusher, because it feels like this needs to happen more quickly than later, right? I don't know, but am I correct that she's not paying rent, or it's almost living free, or no? Is that not correct?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay, got it. Just because your dad makes a joke about it, that's all I'm saying. So I just feel like, no, he means it in a nice way, but it is about telling her it's time, and letting her know that it's time. And I feel like she can absolutely find a place. There's just a part of her that doesn't want that financial obligation. And there's a part of her that doesn't want to leave the house where dad was, because I think she feels like she's leaving him. And I feel like there was a part of her that was a bit of a caretaker too to him. Is that correct too?
She lived with him. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I say that because I feel again that that's very difficult for her to let this part go, but it definitely feels like it's time. It definitely feels like she needs to go, because it feels like the house needs to be empty in order to sell it. And it feels like the selling really honestly, it feels like we should be putting it on the market in May. Like, so, as much as you can do to kind of facilitate that, it just feels like it's time to kind of nudge her along lovingly, gently, and letting her know that dad's always going to be around her, and that, this will help facilitate funding she's going to need to kind of live a little bit of a healthier life for herself.
Colby, you're hitting it out of the park, sister. We extended to May 1st, and I'm sitting here trying to decide, should I enforce the date May 1st that we list? So,
yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely. It does feel like to enforce it. Yes. And so, and honestly, even though your dad doesn't like confrontation, he says, play this back for her. That's actually not funny. He's making me be the messenger. He's making me do the dirty work. That's actually not funny, Dad. Oh my God, that is actually really funny. But just know, here's the thing is he loves you guys. He wants peace with you. He loves her, but it is time. Like, this has been a little bit of a crutch for her. Okay. And just know that when she can let this go, she is able to have some freedom and able to really live and enjoy her life, and really put her in a position also, I feel like, to find happiness and alignment for herself. So it really will be a really positive and good thing for her and for you. Okay.
I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you very much for your help.
You are welcome. You have a beautiful night, and glad you got through.
Thank you. Take good care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, let us do another one. Here we go. How about 302? Hey, 302. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Skylar.
Hi, Skylar. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you?
I'm calling to reach out to my dad, if you could.
Okay, well, let's see. The first thing about Dad, I mean, I got a crazy sense of humor with him. Would that make sense around your dad, Skylar? Just a funny sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like,
that does make
also,
sense.
he gives me the sense too, like a big guy. I don't know if he is like big in stature, but he's just like either big personality, big, like very much a protector. Would you understand that, Skylar?
Yes, he has a huge personality and definitely a big protector.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a police officer, but I feel like he could have been a police officer if he had wanted to.
No, he wasn't a police officer, but I mean, kind of acted like one, just protection-wise.
Yeah, especially when it came to you dating. I just feel like even on the other side, he gives me a sense of watching out for you.
Really,
Would you say,
yeah,
Skylar?
I said, that's actually really funny. He wouldn't let me date, like, oh my gosh, I'm 22 and he never wanted me to have a boyfriend.
Yeah, absolutely. Skylar, I feel like you wear a necklace from Dad or something of Dad's around your neck. Would that make sense to you, honey?
I have a rosary that he gave me and I like sleep with that at night.
Okay, got it. So just know he knows you do this, okay? He lets me know that he knows that you hold this and wear it and keep it with you, okay? Yeah. He also, I think you have a small little, I don't know if you still have this, but like a small little stuffed animal that he had given you. Does that make sense? Do you still have this or do you sleep with this as well? Is it on the bed?
Well, actually, I sleep with his sweater on my bed.
Okay, so it's a sweater, not a stuffed animal, but you understand, but I think it's fluffy or fluffy sweater though, correct?
Yeah, it's like a fluffy blue sweater.
Okay, so he lets me, again, he knows this, and I feel like it still has his smell. Yeah, I feel like it still has his smell. And I just feel like, and he lets me know too, you know, he's right there with you, Skylar. I just feel like he's a little strict. I think he had a few rules growing up. He shows me being a little strict, but I feel like it was like, it's only because he wanted to make sure you were safe, wanted to make sure you were okay, right? And I think you understand that, right, hon?
Yeah, he's very strict with me, but like for good reasons.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, though, I just feel like, I don't know if it's 16, 17, you're sneaking out the window. Like, I think there's some things where I feel like he knew he had to keep an eye on you. So.
Oh, not as much, but definitely my brother. I was always the good one.
Okay. But you at least understand him needing to watch you guys for shenanigans and, you know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Yeah.
He also gives me, you know, one of the things I feel like with Dad is he has a chair that I believe is his throne.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's got a chair. And I just feel like there's a sense with him where, you know, he did offer guidance. He did offer support. You understand that? Like, I just really feel like he's very logical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things is he definitely shows me these little trips. So I think he'd love to kind of take you guys on little trips too when you were younger. You know what I mean? And even car trips, road trips. Like, I just see him wanting to kind of get the family out. Does that make sense, Skylar?
Yeah, he always took us like fishing and play softball and stuff like that.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, one of the things he gives me Skylar, it's interesting. He mentions a tattoo. I feel like you got a tattoo. Would I be correct? It was a little hard because I think your dad would be like, no tattoos. But I actually feel like you did get a tattoo though or something, correct?
No, I actually didn't because I was considering it for a long time, but my dad would never let me like have any piercings or any tattoos.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe I was considering it, but I know my mom and my brother definitely are, and I'm still like hesitant on it, but I've been contemplating it for a while now.
Okay, he does give me the feeling though that this would be okay. It's not a big tattoo. It feels like it's something small, and he really gives me a sense of letting you know that this is okay.
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 I've been thinking about yeah.
Yeah, so just know that. And it feels like the tattoo is the same. So you, your mom, and your brother, it's all the same tattoo.
Yeah, that's actually funny because we were all talking about getting matching ones for him, but I said if I get one, it has to be really tiny.
Yeah, exactly. But you could do their version smaller. And it's interesting because I even see it like on the wrist or on the side. Like it makes me feel like it's small and nothing too crazy. So just know that I feel like that would be okay. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, the other thing too is I feel like we have a birthday or an anniversary right upon us. So does that make sense? Do we have a birthday April, May, or something like this?
Yeah, so today's actually, my dad passed away March 7th, so today's the 7th, and it's also my sister's birthday today.
Okay, so just know that your dad is saying happy birthday. He's just saying, listen, happy birthday. And he shows a bunch of balloons. So, and I do feel like he always made birthdays a lot of fun, right? Like I always feel like he loved to like really celebrate. And he also loved Christmas because I feel like he made Christmas a lot of fun. He liked to hide things too. So I feel like, you know, a little bit of hiding things, scavenger hunt. He really shares with me a sense of like making things fun, making things creative, right?
Yeah, he was very creative.
Yeah. So I just know that, you know, he's with you guys and he's around you. So Skylar, you have an S name, but I feel like there's another S name as well. Do you understand somebody else in the family also having an S name?
No, nothing that.
Or
no, I don't think.
Or a middle name, honey. First name, middle name as an S.
No, I would just say it's me that has the S in the family.
Maybe ask mom if you don't mind, because we might be going back, but I just feel like we have another S. So maybe ask mom if she knows on mom's side, dad's side, not just the immediate family.
Okay.
Okay, so just ask her that. One of the things too, Skylar, is I feel like with you, your dad makes me feel like you have his picture with you. So I feel like the picture is around you a lot. I don't know if it's in a wallet or connection, but do you understand this?
Yeah, I have a picture of him literally everywhere. I have one on my makeup vanity. Yeah. I have one in my wallet.
And in your car, right?
And I have one in my spot. Like, I have one everywhere.
Yeah, so he lets us know that he knows you carry him around everywhere. The other thing too is I just know that I just feel like you pray to him. I know you talk to him, but I almost feel like you pray to him as well. And I feel like he's letting you know that he guides you. He does give you answers. He does talk to you. And I feel like it's just letting you know that, you know, you are doing so well and so fantastic. And there are times he's around your room, in your room. So I know you sense him. So just trust and know that that is him around you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And lots of love to you. Lots of love to the family. And just know that he's with you guys very, very much, and wish your sister a happy birthday, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. Lots of love to you.
Thank you, too.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, let us do another message here. Let us do 951. Hi, hello? 951. Hi, this is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Colby?
I'm well. I'm well. What can I do for you today?
I was just wondering if you had any message from my husband.
Okay, got it. One of the things, Jennifer, that I get around your husband is I feel like you've been making great strides in opening up or moving forward or like creating change. Even though I know you didn't want to, I actually feel like you've been working on that. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of sense, yes.
Because I feel like your husband's very, very proud of you. I also think you changed how you dress, or either you lost weight or changed how you dress. There's something about the physicality as well. Would that also resonate?
Yes, I've actually lost about 25 pounds since January.
Okay, because he lets me know you're looking smoking. He just gives me a feeling like my wife is smoking, Colby, smoking. And I feel like this has really boosted your confidence as well.
It has.
And I do know, like, it really shares with me too. I feel like too, you're also starting to put yourself out there to like say yes to events, say yes to gatherings. And he loves this. I know it's not so comfortable being social, but I feel like he is very, very supportive of this and loves this. And again, a sense of just new beginnings around you as well, correct?
Yes, definitely.
And did you do something with a house or sell a house or anything like that that you can connect to?
No, I want to get a house.
Okay, got it. He keeps giving me the feeling like this. To me, I get the sense of this being the time or this being the moment to really start creating that change. I keep feeling like there's a move, though. Has there been a move for you since his passing, Jennifer?
No.
Okay.
I desperately want to move, though.
I really feel like he's encouraging you to move. And I feel like this move is coming up. And I would say even within the next 6 months, I see this move happening for you. So I would, really let yourself open up to that change and that possibility. Also, I know you didn't ask, but there's something around a change of a job too, or a connection to a job. So would you understand that? Is it, are you looking for a new job or a promotion? I just see a change around a job.
No, I mean, I need a job. I haven't actually worked since he passed 3 years ago. And I do need to get a job. However, I'm in a pickle because I don't have a car right now. My transmission went out in my truck. So I'm kind of stuck.
Okay, got it. So, let's work on getting that truck fixed. But I feel like work on getting that truck fixed. But I do feel like a job is, I do feel like, again, it's feeling like it's okay and time to go back to work. Time to kind of just start allowing ourselves to move forward, right? And he just shares like, he gives me a lot of love and just a lot of comfort. I think sometimes you have trouble trusting your choices. And maybe you relied on him a lot to make those choices. But I feel like he's saying, look, you're doing a fantastic job and you know what to do. So just keep moving forward and allowing yourself to do it. Okay? Because I do get a sense that like the job, the move, all of this is coming forward. And I really do feel like it's coming forward this year. Okay? So just allowing yourself to surrender. I just get a feeling too. This is interesting because I think in some ways, although we knew he was going to pass, it still feels very unexpected to me. So that's a little like, does that make sense?
It does. Well, actually, we didn't even know he was going to pass. It was unexpected. He went into the hospital for one.
That's okay.
Completely different issue.
Right.
Yeah. And then had a heart attack.
That's what I kind of feel is like, right. We weren't we weren't expecting it. But again, I think that hospital going into it, like we knew something was up or kind of going in for something. So again, I think it's odd too. I kind of have a feeling, I wonder if he made a joke like prior to going in, like just made some random joke, even though because we weren't expecting any mishaps. But I don't feel that we prepared for him not coming out. I don't feel like that was prepared for prior to him going in. You understand that?
Yeah. And actually, I'm the one that made the joke. I told him when he was actually in the hospital, I said, oh, I'm going to go home and get life insurance, and he's like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. Like it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have any life insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just, but I feel like, even that joke, which, I can imagine in hindsight might have been difficult, right? But I just feel like on a deep, deep soul level, that was his soul talking to your soul. And again, I don't think we know consciously. We really don't. But I feel like somehow deep in his soul, it's kind of remembering to make light, to have laughter, to have joy. I think he had the best laugh too. And, such a rich laugh, and a genuine laugh. And I just, And I even think, you know, he'd make a joke, you wouldn't get so lucky. He's just such a, you know what I mean? Like he just loves you, has always loved you. But I think what's really important now is to know how proud he is and how much he is behind you to help kind of nudge you forward, because it just feels like you were just stuck for a while. Like you just couldn't function. You couldn't move. You couldn't. It was like I think just losing the most important person and your best friend and all of that. And just knowing that he's okay and knowing that, you know, he's behind you 100%. Okay.
Yes, I absolutely need to hear that.
Good.
You know, it's interesting too, real quick, because I know that, you know, after he passed, my daughter and I, we had a talk. She's, you know, she's 21 now, but she was 18 at the time. And we both said that we felt that he knew he wasn't coming home. Like he knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
You know, it was just with some things he said and stories he told and things like that. It was like, looking back, we were like, he knew, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Even though it's not something he brought to the surface, I just feel like on a really deep level. But I also know in his own way, he made a point to let you guys know how much he loves you. And I really feel like that was very clear also in hindsight.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So just, you know he's with you and around you, but it is that kind of, now it's time to move on to phase 2 here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's Jennifer 2.0. Really Jennifer 2.0, okay?
All right.
All right. Lots of love, and just know he's with you, and give your daughter my best.
Thank you so much, Colby. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course. My pleasure. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Let us do another one here. How about we do 970?
Hello.
Hi there. Who is this?
Hi, this is Liz.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. What can I do for you tonight?
I was just hoping to hear from my grandpa.
Okay, got it. Let's see, Liz. So, okay. So one of the things that kind of came in first, I feel like your grandpa was very charming. Would that make sense around your grandpa? Just charming, very charming.
Yes.
Like women young and old, I think, could be enchanted by him. I feel like even when he was older, he's still a very good looking man. Would that make sense around him?
That would make sense. Yes.
Okay. He also, like, again, I think just a man, like, in spirit, younger than his years. You understand that? Like, just younger than his years.
Mm-hmm.
And his personality, his charm, and things like that. And he really gives me that feeling, too, of being very playful as well. There's just a playfulness to his personality. You understand that?
Definitely, yes.
You know what's interesting? I don't think you know this, or I'm not sure if you know this. I feel like when he was a young man, he rolled up his own cigarettes. I don't know if you can validate that or not, but he just showed me a rolled up cigarette.
I don't know. I do know that he smoked a lot.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Okay. I do feel like he gives me a very, if we go back in the day, a very James Dean feel to him. There's just a very that kind of feel. And I just know for him, he really gives me a sense of being around you guys. I think you spent a lot of time with him. I feel like, is there a name Joe, Liz? Does the name Joe in the family at all that you can understand, or a J name in the family?
There is a J name, Jesse.
Okay.
He's my older brother.
Okay, got it. Do you know if Jesse was named after your grandpa, or Jesse's middle name, or a connection that way as well?
No, he's named after our dad, like almost to the T.
Okay, got it. Your grandpa gives me a sense. There's something about your grandpa that I feel like his name was carried on. So I don't know if you could validate, but it feels like your grandpa's name carried on. So I think there is another male or a middle name or something where his name carries on. Okay. And
yeah. So his son is named after him, but then I named my son after him.
Oh, that's what, no, it's your son, honey. That's what it is. He's letting you know he knows that your son has his name as well. So I know that that's it. Okay. And he really shares with me, I feel like your grandpa had just such a sense of pride. I feel like such a sense of pride for his family. Do you understand that? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, he did.
And also, I think your grandpa was very good with his hands, even creative with his hands. Like, I think he could make things with his hands. Do you understand that?
Yes. I was very young at that time, though.
Okay.
So I don't remember a lot of it. I just know that he was very handy.
Yeah, I really feel that way. There's also, he shows me a braid. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I don't know if it's that he would braid your hair or if he's got something braided or if we can connect to a braid somehow with you and your children. There's something about a braid. Can you connect that at all, hon?
I mean, I braid my daughter's hair like almost every night.
Okay.
I don't know.
And would your daughter have like beautiful hair or glossy hair, even dark hair, perhaps?
It's a little bit like it's a brown with a little bit of highlight in it, and it's pretty long.
Because I feel like your grandpa is watching you when you braid your daughter's hair. Like, I feel like this is kind of a ritual, and I feel like he watches you as you talk to her, it's like you have a conversation with her. It's like a moment, and I feel like he's letting you know he's there when you do that.
That warms my heart.
Yeah, and just know that he's around. You're one of you. I don't know if it's you or your daughter is always like humming or singing because he hears this a lot too.
Not definitely me. I mean, I sing in the car to my kids, but I don't know what she does.
No,
she's very shy, so she could.
Do you hear her talking in the bedroom when she's alone? Like, I feel like she's talking to him, so she makes me feel like she's having conversations when she's alone. Have you heard her?
I haven't, no.
Oh, you got to eavesdrop more, girl. You got to eavesdrop on her. Because I feel like she's letting you know that she's hearing you, okay? Your grandfather also, he really gives me the sense of just being very lovable, very joyful, very lovable, very infectious. Like, I just feel like, you know, his love just feels endless to me. I just know too, I feel like, you know, his passing, I feel like everybody was very, you know, saddened by it just because he's such a light. But I also feel like people really, really honored him, and he loved how he was honored. Like, it just feels like he was honored like in tradition or to his family's culture or something like this. Like, he gives me a sense of being very, that meant a lot to him. Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So just know that he's with you, you know, and he's around you and the kids, and he watches over you guys, and he just kind of blows kisses. So just know that he's blowing you guys some kisses, just kind of giving you a sense of staying positive and knowing that it's okay. All right. So I will leave that with you, but just know that he's right there with you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Okay. Let us do another one here. How about we do 302? Hi, 302. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, it's Jody.
Hi, Jody. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you tonight, hon?
I wanted to connect to my brother Bill.
Got it.
I've been trying, but he never believed in this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was just going to say the first thing I heard was like BS or, oh crap, I have to do this. Like, he just gives me that sense about, and you know, Bill is the kind of guy, he didn't do anything he didn't want to do, right? I think just stubborn as a mule. Just very, very stubborn.
Very stubborn. Yes, he was. And I've been calling your show asking for him.
Oh.
And he never would come through. I've been calling. And I've got through, but I never got through to you.
Well, there we go.
He's
See?
just so stubborn. He's so stubborn.
It's now, but I do feel like we have a bit of an anniversary or a birthday. Like there's something right here, and then this is why he's coming through. So Jody, do you know if we've got a birthday or a celebration in the family, an anniversary of some sort coming up? Because I feel like this is why he's
like, oh my God,
okay.
Yes, because I begged him tonight. It's just, he was married for such a long time, and it's their anniversary. They got married April 25th.
Okay, so just know that this is the only reason he's saying yes to this.
Good, because I prayed. I said, just let your wife know that she was a good wife. You know what I mean? They got a divorce at one point.
Yeah, but he shows me, it's interesting because he shows me a bunch of that's so interesting because I said red roses, but he was showing me white roses. So that's actually very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But he's showing me roses for her. And he's just letting us know that I do believe he was a difficult person. I think, and he also battled a lot of health issues. I also feel like he might have done some drinking. Do you know this to be true or not true?
Everything you said is true.
Okay. So I just feel
everything you just said.
Yeah. So I feel like for him, he understands he was a bit of a bear. But, I do know that I think what's really great, if anyone, it's so funny that, he was just going to say, if anyone could get through to me, it was Jody. Jody could always talk some sense into me. And I feel like that's, again, maybe why he chose to come through tonight and to kind of go ahead and say, yeah, I can do this. I want you to know, too, he makes me feel like he's okay. He lets me know that he's okay. Are you there?
What I wanted to know.
Okay, yeah. He lets me know that he's okay. And he doesn't want people to cry. He doesn't like crying or tears. He's just very like, nope, let's get over it. Let's move on. Like he's so like cut dry.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You say that. When we had he didn't want a funeral.
Yeah.
When we had his thing, he wanted a party.
Yeah, yeah.
And a hall. And all the food put out. And that's what we did.
And
music. He wanted everybody to just dress.
Yes.
He didn't want nobody in black.
Mm-mm.
He wanted a party. He said, to celebrate my life.
Yeah, and there was a lot of food. Like he gives me a lot of food at this too. And it was almost,
oh God, there was.
I kind of almost feel, it wasn't like a bring your own plate, but there was something where people brought things, like his favorite things. I feel like you guys had his favorite things there too, which maybe weren't the healthiest thing.
Yeah, we had such a big family. I had 8 brothers and sisters, and everybody made something from the family.
That's what it feels like.
Everybody made 3 things or whatever.
And he makes me feel like he loved this. He loved this. This is a guy who would love to just kind of sit back and shoot the poo-poo, as they would say, right? Like he just would sit back and just love to kind of have a beer in hand, a drink in hand, and just kind of talk and just kind of, and just know, he just gives me a sense where just to know that he's okay, know that he's at peace, know that he really appreciates you guys honoring his wishes. And if you can, just wish that ex-wife a happy anniversary, because I feel like she stayed with him as long as she could, and he understood why she had to go. Okay?
Yes, I understand. Can I ask you one question? I know you're not supposed to. His son is a little bit. Nobody's seen him. Is he going to be okay? That's why I really wanted to know. No one has seen him since September, and that was his best friend, and he's having such a hard time about his dad leaving.
I just feel like, I think your dad says he has to go through his own battles. So I feel like it's like sending him love and light, but just know that he has to, the son is kind of dealing with his own demons at this time. You know what I mean? And he has to, Bill's like, you know how Bill's like, you got to let him do his thing. You just got to give him some space and send him some love. And I feel like he will come back around. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you, Jody. Have a beautiful night, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, that is the end of our show today. I want to thank you again for being here, joining me, connecting, calling in. Lots of love to you. Join me next week for a very special time and a very special guest, so keep an eye out. And remember to Shine your light, shine it bright. And thank you guys so very, very much. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.